Okay, so today we will be addressing the clash of East and West civilization towards society life in Asia. This is our table of contents that includes an introduction, cultural and social clashes, effects of Hindu Buddhism on the early Malay kingdom, Islamic laws versus secular practices, Eastern and Western influences, conclusions, and a Q&A session. Let's start off our introduction. The clash between Eastern and Western civilizations has significantly shaped society in Malaysia. From colonial influences to globalization, the integration of Western systems with Eastern traditions has impacted governance, economy, education, and culture. These interactions influence Malaysia, keeping traditions while embracing change.
Malaysia's rich history is shaped by diverse cultural and religious influences, from early Hindu Buddhist traditions to the rise of Islam. This diversity, however, has led to social and religious tensions. The debate between Islamic laws and secular practices reflects deeper struggles in governance and daily life. Similarly, Muslim and non-Muslim relations can be strained by differing views on education, especially with conflicts over the national language versus English and the role of international and religious schools. As Malaysia moves forward, fostering understanding and inclusivity is crucial to maintain harmony in a multicultural society.
Hinduism and Buddhism were introduced to the Malay Peninsula as early as the 2nd century through trade, migration, and cultural exchanges with India and China. Indian merchants, priests, and scholars brought religious philosophies, governance models, and language influences that shaped early Malay civilization. One major impact was on governance. Malay rulers adopted the idea of divine kingship, where the Raja was seen as a godlike ruler. The Mandala system, which emphasized loyalty to a central kingdom, influenced early Malay politics. While the Indian caste system was strict, it influenced the Malay feudal system, distinguishing nobles, bangsawan, from commoners, rakyat. Language was also shaped by Hindu-Buddhist influence. Many Sanskrit and Pali words became part of the Malay vocabulary, especially in religion and governance. Words like Raja, king, Bhumi, land, and Putri, princess, highlight these linguistic connections which remain today. Spiritually, concepts like karma and samsara shaped early Malay beliefs before Islam became dominant. Though most Malays later converted to Islam, traces of Hindu-Buddhist traditions can still be found in cultural practices and folklore. Today, Malaysia's Hindu and Buddhist communities continue to celebrate festivals such as Deepavali, Thai Pusam, and Vesak Day, keeping these traditions alive. In conclusion, Hindu-Buddhism played a significant role in shaping early Malay civilization, influencing governance, language, and spirituality. While Islam eventually became the dominant religion, the lasting effects of Hindu-Buddhist traditions can still be seen in Malaysia's culture and society today.
Although historically the Malaysian government and Malaysia as a whole follows Islamic values in terms of governance, with the introduction of globalization in the mid 1980s, it also brought Western secular ideologies. As a result, there has been a rise of liberal Islamic movements in urban areas of Malaysia, and Malaysian youth embracing more Western lifestyles, which have angered most older generations of Malaysians who are more conservative and traditional. They view liberal Islam and Western lifestyles as too Western and rationalistic. There's also conflict in Malaysia's jurisdiction. Malaysia has two parallel court systems: Sharia court for Muslims and civil courts for non Muslims. While convenient for both, at times it can lead to conflicts between the two jurisdictions. For example, disputes over the custody of children from interfaith marriages or the distribution of property can create legal ambiguities for both Muslims and non Muslims. While Malaysia's coexistence of Islamic and secular laws presents a delicate balance between religious obligations and modern governance, it reflects the country's commitment to accommodating its multicultural and multi-religious society while ensuring that both Islamic principles and secular ideals are upheld. It is worth noting that all of this is possible as Article 3 of the Federal Constitution of Malaysia states that Islam is the religion of the Federation, but other religions may be practiced in peace and harmony in any part of the Federation. Right.
Malaysia is a country where Eastern and Western civilizations have long interacted, conflicted, and integrated. This cultural integration is merely influenced by colonization, globalization, and modernization. In terms of Western influence, the Western education system, scientific research, and technological development have influenced the curriculum setting in Malaysia. Secondly, in terms of the popularity of English media, in urban areas, English media is increasingly dominant, indicating that Western culture has a growing influence on information, dissemination, and language. Similarly, Malaysia's multiculturalism is also influenced by Eastern culture. Eastern religions such as Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism, Islam, combined with local customers, have produced unique traditions such as animism or folk beliefs.
Western capitalist values promote individualism and economic growth, fostering a consumer-driven culture where success is often measured by wealth and positions. Leisure activities revolve around entertainment, travel, and technology, driven by marketing and innovation. Material aspirations shape personal and social identities, encouraging continuous consumption. In contrast, Eastern culture emphasizes respect, politeness, and hierarchy. Elders hold a revered status, with traditions like filial piety reinforcing their authority. Hospitality is deeply valued as generosity towards guests reflects social harmony. Hierarchical relations define interactions in families, workplaces, and society, while Western values focus on personal success. Eastern traditions prioritize collective well-being and respect.
To conclude, Malaysia stands at crossroads of East and West, blending tradition with modernity. Westernization has fueled economic growth, technological advancements, and educational progress, shaping the nation's global presence. However, this influence also challenges long-held traditions, religious values, and social structures. The key lies in balance, embracing progress while preserving cultural identity.
How did colonization influence Malaysia's culture and social structure?
To answer this question, colonization in Malaysia, primarily by the British Empire, led to the establishment of a multicultural society due to the influx of Chinese and Indian immigrants, as well as intermarriages between Malays, Chinese, and Indians, resulting in a mixed race society. Colonialism also introduced English as a second language and modernized the education system. However, the colonial period also created a fragmented society, such as economic activities concentrated in urban areas while leaving rural areas with barely any development, and a racial division in terms of labor and views. This legacy continues to shape Malaysia's cultural and social structure to this day, for better or for worse.
Why do religious freedom debates continue to be a sensitive issue in Malaysia?
First, let's talk about the constitution. Imagine everyone in Malaysia is allowed to practice their religion, but at the same time, Islam holds a special status. Do you think this creates a fair balance, or does it lead to debates about equality? That's why this issue remains sensitive. Next is the legal system. Malaysia has two types of court, civil and Sharia courts. Let's say someone wants to convert from one religion to another. Which court should handle this case? This is where conflicts happen, especially in cases involving conversion, interfaith marriages, and religious rights. Sometimes, it's unclear which court has the final say, leading to legal disputes. Finally, social and political factors. Religion is deeply connected to national identity and politics, making discussions on religious freedom highly sensitive and sometimes even controversial. With these factors combined, religious freedom remains a complex and ongoing debate in Malaysia.
Do you think Malaysia is successfully maintained a balance between tradition and modernization. Why or why not?
Malaysia has made great efforts to balance tradition and modernization. On one hand, cultural preservation remains strong through festivals, language, policies, and heritage conservation. The economy thrives with technological progress, and the legal system blends Islamic and civil laws to accommodate different communities. However, challenges remain. Religious and social tension persist. Education debates over language and school systems continue, and urbanization threatens traditional lifestyles. While Malaysia is actively navigating these complexities, true success depends on inclusive policies and open dialogue. Only by embracing both progress and heritage can Malaysia maintain harmony in its diverse society.